Ambassador Zethkar of the Galactic Council shifted uncomfortably in his bioadaptive chair as he reviewed the human delegation's latest proposal. For the third consecutive cycle, the humans had declined to participate in the Rim Wars, despite possessing what their own military analysts classified as overwhelming tactical superiority. "It makes no sense," he muttered to his aide, a young Altarian named Vex. "Every simulation shows they could end the conflict in solar days, yet they insist on diplomatic solutions." Vex's crystalline features flickered with confusion. "Perhaps they lack courage, Ambassador? The other species whisper that humans are soft." Zethkar's mandibles clicked in what passed for laughter among his kind. If only it were that simple. The truth was far more unsettling. 3 years ago, during the Battle of Kepler 442b, he had witnessed firsthand why the galaxy's most advanced civilizations had learned to fear human restraint. The Velkari Imperium, in their arrogance, had dismissed human warnings about orbital bombardment of civilian colonies. They had called humans weak and overly sentimental. The humans had proven them catastrophically wrong. What followed wasn't a battle. It was a demonstration. In less than 6 hours, the human fleet had systematically dismantled not just the Velkari task force, but their entire military infrastructure across 17 systems. No civilian casualties. No unnecessary destruction. Just the complete and surgical removal of the Imperium's ability to wage war. The most chilling part wasn't the efficiency. It was the casual manner in which they'd done it, as if turning off a light switch. "Sir?" Vex's voice pulled him from his memories. "The human ambassador has arrived." Sarah Chen entered the chamber, with that peculiar human gait, relaxed, unthreatening, yet somehow conveying absolute confidence. She wore a simple diplomatic uniform, no weapons, no ceremonial armor like other species favored. Her smile was warm and genuine as she took her seat across from the Galactic Council's representatives. "Ambassador Zethkar," she said pleasantly, "thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I understand there are some concerns about humanity's reluctance to engage militarily in the current conflict." "Indeed," Zethkar replied carefully. "The hegemony grows bolder by the day. Their latest attacks on trade routes have crippled 3 systems. Many council members question why humanity continues to advocate for negotiation when decisive action could resolve this quickly." Sarah's expression grew thoughtful. "You know, Ambassador, there's an old human saying, when you're good at something, you don't do it for free. But that's not quite accurate in this case." She leaned forward slightly, her voice maintaining its conversational tone. "The truth is, we avoid conflict because we're too good at it. Do you know what the average human child learns by age 12? Basic chemistry, biology, physics, and, perhaps most importantly, history. Lots and lots of history." Vex shifted nervously. "I don't understand the relevance." "Every human child," Sarah continued, "learns about our species' capacity for violence. Not just the sanitized versions, but the raw, unflinching truth. We teach them about the efficiency with which we once killed each other, the creativity we applied to destruction, the industrial scale of our conflicts." The chamber fell silent. "We have weapons we've never used," Sarah said quietly. "Weapons we built centuries ago and sealed away because even we recognized they were too terrible to deploy. Every human military academy teaches a single fundamental principle. The goal of superior capability is never having to demonstrate it." Zethkar's translator struggled with the human concept she expressed next, something about speaking softly and big sticks. "But the hegemony," he began. "Will collapse within the month," Sarah said matter-of-factly. "Not through military action, but because we've already won. 3 weeks ago, our economists identified 17 critical vulnerabilities in their supply chain. Our sociologists mapped their cultural pressure points. Our xenobiologists isolated the dietary requirements their warrior caste can't synthesize artificially." She produced a small data pad. "We've quietly convinced their 3 largest trading partners to adjust their delivery schedules. Minor delays, really. Nothing that violates any treaties, but enough to trigger food shortages in their military sectors by next Tuesday. The implications hit Zethkar like a plasma bolt. You're dismantling them from within. We prefer aggressive restructuring, Sarah smiled. By month's end, the hegemony's leadership will be so focused on internal stability that territorial expansion will become impossible. Their colonies will quietly seek council membership for protection. Problem solved, minimal casualties, and everyone gets to save face. But why hide this approach? Vex asked. Why not simply explain? Because, Sarah's voice carried a note of ancient sadness. The galaxy needs to believe that humans avoid conflict out of weakness or moral squeamishness. If other species truly understood what we're capable of, the depth of analysis we apply to every potential threat, the contingencies we prepare, the precision with which we could dismantle any civilization that opposed us, they wouldn't see us as peaceful. She stood, smoothing her uniform. They'd see us as we actually are, a species that learned to wage war so effectively that we scared ourselves into finding better ways. Every time we choose diplomacy, Ambassador, it's not because we can't fight. It's because we're too good at it to trust ourselves with that power. As the human ambassador left the chamber, Zethkar felt a chill run through his exoskeleton. In the distance, he could already hear the first reports of supply disruptions in hegemony space. The humans once again had won a war without firing a single shot, and somehow that was the most terrifying victory of all.